This is a 1973 Ward LaFrance Firetruck. Now, if you grew up in the 1970s or are a fan of classic TV, you might recognize this from Station 51 from the show Emergency. My friend Mike owns this Engine 51 replica as well as a 1990 D350 Dodge as a famous Squad 51 replica as well. In later videos, we'll go through the backstory for why my friend Mike owns both of these vehicles. Today's video is going to be focusing on some minor restoration that we did to the Ward to get it roadworthy. Both of these vehicles spend a lot of time sitting, and although they are regularly started, we found several issues that prevented them from being ready for the road. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on fixing some coolant leaks that we found, and subsequent videos will be going through other deferred maintenance items. If you're a fan of the show Emergency, or you're just a fan of old fire apparatus, make sure and like and subscribe because we hope to be making several videos about both of these vehicles over the winter. And we have some coolant. Chris is over there and is cleaning up the reservoir that sits up there. And look at this. This is a huge Cummins Turbo Diesel, replacing just some old bits that have just failed over time. As you can tell, there's just some deferred maintenance that needs to be done. So some clips and some fittings for the cooling system. The power steering system's leaking a little bit. There's a couple oil leaks, and so we're getting that all sorted so we can take it out today. Pulled off the top. It's seen better days, and we are going to clean it up. Especially because look at, I can't see, there's some gunk in there. Yeah, this needs to get cleaned up. So we've employed some help. As you see, we have it on the battery charger, and look at that turbo. It's a massive, gigantic turbo. And so underneath these are some huge batteries as well. This is a huge battery, and there's two of them, and we have a cutoff switch because this does sit a lot of the time. Over here, you can see that this fitting is definitely leaking. We did a pressure test. Over there, it's leaking as well. And then you can see that there's leakage from over there. That was leaking as well. So we're just replacing these fittings, and our goal is to get this going today. Thankfully, we have we have new pipe, it's all good and all set and ready to go. So off to these leaks, and yeah, we'll see how it runs. All right, so first part of the fitting is off, and that coolant doesn't look bad. I was expecting it to look a lot worse. So now we're gonna take that other one off. That is a fitting. It looks better. All right, up here on the top, we took the reservoir out, and now we're gonna put it back in because we got it all cleaned out. Alrighty, so we are gonna go and do a pressure test now that all of this is put back together. New fitting, new hoses. Look it, we're putting the pressure testing fitting on, and we are going to put it up to, I don't know, 10, 15 PSI and see what happens. Fun stuff. We were having such a great time until we realized that that reservoir that we cleaned out was actually leaking quite a bit. Now, we thought it was strange that the coolant that was in the reservoir kind of looked like barnacles when we first got it out, and we didn't think anything of it besides that it was sitting for a long time. And then once we put the pressure tester on it, we realized that it was indeed leaking. We could hear air coming out of it. So we ended up getting a professional to do the repair, and it turned out great. Just take a look at these pictures, both the top and the bottom where the fittings are in and out turned out really well. And then we got it back onto the fire truck for another day for us to give this a shot. All right, this is day, I don't know, 3 or 4. Chris has been out here making sure that we have all the parts that we need, and now we have coolant in it, a lot of coolant in it. Takes a lot of coolant. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna fire it up, we're gonna let it run. It's been sitting on the battery charger for quite some time now, and then we're gonna see how much more coolant we need to add, and then maybe we'll take it out for a test drive. Okay. I will okay, change that to both batteries. Bright lights. Ignition on. There it goes. We did a thorough check to make sure that there were no more coolant leaks, and it looks like that we were successful today, but sadly we ran out of time before we could get it out on the road. So you have to check us out in our next videos that are coming up about both the Ward Firetruck as well as the Squad 51 rescue vehicle in our upcoming videos. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.